Good day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Scott here, Beelet Outdoors. Just out here on one of my favorite points on Cold Lake. Jigging for lake trout today. I didn't bring the downriggers out. Getting ready to hit up the AYA Young Angler Tournament again this weekend. So this will be my last day on the lake for Lakers. So I've already half set up. So out here, I'm gonna try out this point for the first time this year. Haven't fished it yet. It's normally a really good midsummer, late summer spot, so some of you may recognize it, and if you need to know where it is, if you're out here struggling, give me a shout, let me know, shoot me a message. I will definitely get back to you and tell you where to fish this lake, no problems. But just out here by myself today, doing some recording for you guys. It's after the tournament that was had here. I didn't do any recording there because there's some pretty bad weather, but I do want to say a shout out to all the organizers in the city of Cold Lake. Thank you for everything you guys put on that weekend. It was a great event, and can't wait to do it again next year and see how we can place next year. I did pull a lucky 33-inch fish and end up in 5th place this year. I had a tiebreaker fish, was 32.8, and then I upgraded that to a 33 later in the day. So pretty awesome. We're sitting right now in about 55 feet of water, 61-degree water temps. The thermocline has started to develop for the summer in that 30 to 35 foot range, and we'll see it drop in the next little while, another 10 feet probably. I am fishing a really big current right now. I'm in the middle of the lake, but there's got to be a 60-degree bend on my line here. I'll show you with another camera here after, but it's crazy what it's doing, but it is what it is. The fish are here. We'll just gotta tempt them into biting, and just using a generic jig head and a swim bait today. I got the Lose again, 8XD cranking rod, which I've absolutely fallen in love with. This wind grip on it is just amazing. Fished it in the rain, fished it in the sun, it's awesome. Followed by the Super Duty reel and Strike King Contra High Vis braid, 20 pound. So been using that now here for a while, and just it's been phenomenal, guys. It's the flip and switch on the reel is awesome, the drag's good, and everything's good. It's been wicked stuff. One piece rod, 7'8", medium heavy, extra fast. It's the ticket for these guys. But I got 1, 3, 5, 6, there's about 7 or 8 fish below right now. It's just getting one of them to come up and chase. So what I do, as I've said before in that tournament video or pre-tournament, is I pound the sand a few times, try to get their attention, and then reel up and get them to chase. Get them, you know, if they're chasing you and they're not quite committing, most of the time I speed up versus slow down. I just had one follow me down here, so let's see if he can pick it up off the sand, and if not, here I go. Let's see if it comes with. And yep, there's one. So there we go. He's up at 20 feet already. So it hit me, you know, halfway up the water column it chased. But that's my strategy with swim baits on these lake trout in this lake. They seem to work. And I got a nice fish here. Not an over for this lake. And an over, when I say that, is a 75 centimeter, 29.5 incher. But just grab them here. He stops to spin. Oh, yeah. Holy moly, it's just spinning like crazy. Wow. Okay, this fish is full of energy. Pop that out. There you go. Just a little one, but still obviously fun with all that energy. Whew. Okay, we'll see what we can do and get another one. All right, we'll get back down there. I'm going to cast a little bit forward just because of that angle. Try to get below the boat, but either way, it's not really mattering. There are fish down there, dropping down onto them. They're swimming around. I can see them on the live site cruising. I'm not really dropping directly on them, therefore I'll do some pounding here. Just short pops, guys. I just do about a foot pop increments, and then go and reel and see what happens. Nothing came that time, so back down I go. And it's up and down all day long. It can get tiring, but it's still worth it. I had a couple young ladies out here for a birthday retreat on the weekend, and they landed 106 lake trout in their 8-hour trip, and they had an absolute blast. Their arms were sore, but they said it was worth it because of the amount of fish they caught. They had a hoot. So it's all about just, you know, my philosophy is pound the sand and then run the chase and just get away from them. If there's anything down there and they want anything to do with you, they're going to follow you. So it's just it's an up and down game. If you get up to 30 feet and there's nothing chasing you, just stop and go back down. There's no point in reeling all the way up to check your lure every time. You don't need to if you don't get any hits. This guy seems to be coming over to see what's happening. So up I go. No, I got in behind him. And then again, just nothing followed, so I go back down. Now a new fish just showed up. Now there's 2 fish coming over to have a look. I hit the bottom, another fish just showed up. The original one's interested again, so here I go. Nothing, he's still sitting on the bottom. So it's a back and forth game. You just gotta play the game with them, and they're gonna come in, they're gonna hit, they're gonna bite. It's a matter of finding them. Sometimes it's, you know, go to your usual spots and then just putz around with your motor until you find them. Sometimes it's you'll find them right away. Sometimes you got to work for them a little bit, but they're in here. They're not going anywhere. So it's just a matter of where they are. There's a high flyer up here at 25 feet. See if we can get it to come over. Nope. And if I spend a little bit of time here and they're not committing, I'll move sometimes 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet. Just putz over with the electric motor. Find something different. Or just basically find a new pod of fish that maybe haven't seen a lure yet, or who knows. There is nobody else on this point today, which is nice. So it's just us out here. So hopefully that sun's not in the lens too bad and you guys can see all right. But we will just keep persevering here until something comes in. There's lots of little bait fish up top, just scattered. They're not clumped up real tight. So there are other boats out here. Park Point's got one, and of course Garnet's got boats on it, and the hump out there's got one on it. There's people around. It's midweek, like I said, and people are out here fishing, enjoying the lake, which is fantastic to see. But the fish seem to be, when I stopped here, they were all over, and now they seem to be a little scattered. So I'm going to probably just pick up, turn my mapping on my screen, and just zoom over a bit. And as I say that, 6 fish just peeled into the area. So maybe not so fast. But they are on the deeper side, so I'm just going to bump forward 5 feet. See if that makes a difference. There are some fish moving, so see if they want to move into us. Yeah, again, they're a little deeper, so I'm going to keep moving out until they just at my depth range. One of those things, we'll find them. they're here, so it's just a matter of talking them into biting. Yeah, a little bit of a move has definitely put them underneath the boat, so. Just at the, oh, there's a float plane in the air. You don't see float planes here often. You normally see them fighter jets. Okay, what do we got? We're dropping, we got a fish coming over. Not crazy interested. No, I passed him a couple times. Doesn't seem to do anything, so I just go down. Leave that one alone. It doesn't want anything to do with us right now. But I'm dropping into a ton of fish. Here, I'll put a screenshot on it for you here. Wow. Here comes one out of that group. Not crazy aggressive though. About 10 feet behind me the whole way up, so that didn't close in. So we just stop and go back down for more. Something here is bound to pick it up. There's a ton of fish. It makes you wonder sometimes what's going on. Some days you're out here and they're absolutely on fire, and other days you come out and it's a struggle to pick one up. Maybe they know who I am and they don't want to bite, but they know they'll get thrown back, so they should. My other option was downsize, so I got some, what have I been using when they gotta go small, 3 1/4 inch rage swimmers, they're called, from Strike King. I just put one of these little white guys on and they seem to get the bite when the going gets tough just by downsizing. They keep getting followers, but they're not committing, so I'm going to pull this one off and switch it up. Grab one of these out of here and see what it does. Hook's a little big for these swimmers, but it works because it's a good hook for the lake trout themselves. There, just downsize to that. 1 ounce head, it's still. All right, we're on the drop here. There's a fish above us. See if he wants. Nope. This current is insane. The first spot I stopped on the lake today to talk to a friend, there was no current like this, but it's okay. With only one line in the water, I'm not going to get tangled. So it is different though, because when you're chasing, instead of going straight up now away from the fish, you're actually running on an angle away from that fish. So maybe that'll pop some interest into them. You know, it's something different that they don't see every day. When we are out here chasing straight up and down, they're going to get used to it. That's why switching up the bait sometimes helps. Not just colors, but the style and the size. Here's one that was a high flyer. It's just swimming around at 20 feet. I can almost see it. I see it right there. It just came out of the water and went back down. That was insanely cool to watch. So that was a lake trout. You would have heard the splash. You wouldn't have seen it on this angle, but it just surfaced right here after it chased my lure over. That was super cool to see. Oh, here comes one. So now I can try to get away from it before I get to it. Got a bite, but I missed. Couple following it. Something feels funny. It's like that last one might have tugged it down a bit. No, maybe not. Back down we go into the school of Blakers. Here comes one. Got it. On a rage swimmer. So in this case, I haven't moved spots. I meant to move the spot, but it didn't because I changed up the bait. Oh, this is a nice looking fish. Changed up the bait, downsized, slightly different style as well of a lure, of a body, and that's it. Got him. Just a little one, but still fun on the chase. Straight down it goes. We'll get some more with the downsized bait. Here's a closer up picture of it. Just a generic 1 ounce head and 3 1/4 inch rage swimmer in white. Does that have a name on it for color? Pearl Flash, because there is a little bit of a sparkle on the back side there, and silver, which is pretty cool. All right, back to the same stuff, ups and downs. I got another one up high here, so I'm gonna see if it'll come surface the water again. That was fun to watch. So I tie it about 2 arm lengths for me, so about a 10-foot fluorocarbon leader on, 20 to 25 pound test. When that knot hits my rod tip, I can hear it come through. It doesn't stop because I don't have a tag end on the fluoro, just on the braid. So that's when I know it's for the fish, but it's also a giveaway for me saying there's only 10 feet of line left. So when you hear that tick tick, you know that you're almost done. And that's when, if I have a fish chasing me, I'll stop watching the screen and I'll actually start looking at the water, because the water's clear here and you can see those fish. And that's what happened on that last one. It missed me, but I watched it come up and it surfaced, and almost like it ate a bug off the top of the water. It was pretty cool. So you got to watch your electronics, but sometimes you just got to, trust your instincts too. Watch your line and that sort of stuff. So I like having 10 feet of fluoro in the summertime, and which for me is basically 2 arm lengths. So that's the way I roll on that one, and it seems to do the trick for me. I don't like to be too short because I have the high vis line on, so I don't want the trout seeing that line down there. I want them to see the clear line. Yeah, they're swimming around, but they're not too chasey, so I'm going to skedaddle. I wanted to show you guys this hook keeper real quick. So on the Lose, I don't know if how I'll be able to show it. Right here is a flip away hook keeper. It's on pretty much every bait caster. Instead of putting it on your rod, then you slip your hook in there, tighten it up, and now your hook is not scratching your rod. it's on the reel instead. Just a feature I absolutely love on these reels. Nice little touch. Okay, I moved about 50 feet and dropping, and there's actually a fish right at the top chasing me around right now. So let's see if he can. No, there's a bunch at the bottom. There's one high flyer, so I figured I'd see if we could tempt it, but didn't happen, so down we go. Tons of fish here, it's insane. There's just not a lot reacting when we drive through them. Oh, there we go. Oh, something came with, but stopped when it hit that crowd of fish. One, two, three. I can't even count how many fish are. There's got to be at least 15 fish on the screen. I'll stop the sonar here so we don't get any interference, and I'll do a screenshot. Boom. That's what we're dealing with. Something's moving hard. I'm not going to jig, I'm going to bounce. Or sorry, I'm not going to reel up, I'm going to jig it and bounce it first. A lot of times when I have them chase me directly, I'll just go right away. But I got to try something different because it's not working right now. There's something's coming. Too delayed, not quick enough. Sometimes when you are jigging and in the sand, you'll pick them up right on a jig. Other times you, there we go, that was on the drop and reel away. I say other times the stirring up gets their attention to look over, and as you reel away, they start to chase from the sides because they see you and you made them mad. They want to eat you. They're super aggressive fish. So it's not a finesse bite with these guys. It's an anger reaction bite. So you just want to, perfect. It's a reaction bite on them. You want to make them mad and make them come hit you. So that's what I've been doing with why I've been doing this jigging like this. Into my hand. I like to hold my reel. You know, my ring finger is in front of the trigger. I really get up on the reel so my thumb and is on the line. The heel of my thumb is on the trigger to let it go and start it. I just find I got more control that way on the rod when I do get the bite. You don't want to be holding your rod back here jigging because you have no control of it with the weight. You know, you hold it right here and it's well balanced, especially if you have a proper setup. You get a nice balance, and you just, once you start reeling, I put that rod butt into my forearm and just follow it up. And you need to let down. Your thumb's on the trigger already because there's a fish following there and he didn't come, so I'm dropping in front of him. Fish comes down, then I try to go back up again. Sometimes you'll get one or two to chase you when you do that. It's just lots of fun. It's basically like, you know, it's video game fishing. My good buddy Matt Weaver, Weaver's Bent Rods YouTube channel, you know, he's been video game fishing for years out here. He's now using the active target from Lowrance for it, and he's loving it. It's just it's a game changer, this stuff. I'm still using the old live sight. I do like the live sight for the Lakers. I have it mounted on my transom permanently on down mode, so it's always there. I don't have to set it up on the side of the boat, and which I do for walleye, and I have no issues doing that. It's just I like the white background screen here, and it's just easier to see on these bright sunny days when you're wearing sunglasses. Like right now the sun's shining directly into my Lowrance HDS Lives, and I can view it with my polarized sunglasses, no problem. Nice and bright, and the fish are clear as day there. Hit the sand, do some jigging, and got one coming down, and let's get away from it. No dice. Again, I made a minor move to this spot. There's a fish, so that was right off bottom. I was right on my pound and sand jigs. I made a minor move to get to this spot from where I previously was when we started the video. So I was just gonna say, if it still stays slow and maybe the same pot of fish, I could move 100 yards over either direction here. I'd prefer to go east in this scenario, so just because of where I am, but this hump's awesome. It's great for downrigging. Midsummer downrigging, you just figure out your map, figure out your depth, and just cruise at 100 feet. Troll around at your 2.5 mile an hour, and that's a nice fish, big fat one. And I run riggers. Normally I'll have one at 83 feet, I'll have one at 45 feet, till we find where the fish are. One being 45 is in the thermocline, 83 is just that reaction bite, 15-20 feet off the bottom. Oh, there, that's a short one but fat. Nice fish there, good belly on it. Whew, gone. And it's a great midsummer troll here. You can have your music on, and that downrigging, the music's not going to affect the fish any. So you can have a lot of fun out here in the summer. So let's get back down there and get on to another one. All right, so what are we at here? We got 4 fish so far, and let's go down and get some more. Try to catch one for the smoker, and if not, we'll not worry about it. Just have fun fishing. What are we here? Midday still. Yeah, 1:30 in the afternoon. Fish are following. A couple pops. You can see them stirring around down there, and get out of Dodge. And one decided late to come, but now I see there's 2 up at 25 feet, so I can go right by them. Doesn't want to come over, so back down. Here comes a new pot of fish that I haven't seen from the deep, so they're coming up. 2, 4, 6, about 10 of them rolling in right now at 40 feet deep. We're sitting in 62 feet, so they're up a ways. Just cruising, and there's another example why I say run your riggers a little bit high. You'll get those, not mid-water column, but kind of lower third of the thermocline column, just cruising through looking for food. When jigging, obviously you can hit them anywhere. You watch your sonar, you watch where they are. You're not going to have arches when you're anchored. You're going to have solid lines, so watch the solid lines and turn your scroll speed up as fast as you can if you have just the regular 2D, and it'll be as accurate as it can be that way. And just keep reeling up and down. Your arm's going to get sore by the end of the day, but that's all good. That's what fishing's all about. If you're not tired at the end of the day, you did something wrong. I just want these fish to cruise in more. They're still just out of range. If I was not in this current, they're probably right below the boat here, but because of the current taking me back, they're not at me yet. But soon I'll be coming right in front of them when I reel up, so they're still about 30 feet from me, from my hook. but they'll see it on the drop one of these times, or the chase. I do find that the bite's always pretty hot when there is these currents like this. I don't know what causes the currents in this lake, I just know they are here. Okay, I'm gonna make a big move. Oh, there's one from the top coming at me. All right, let's make a bigger move this time. Not far, but just a big engine move. All right, let's skedaddle. Okay, so I just had dropped down and I didn't hit record on the camera by accident and got a fish on. So I moved about 100 yards, I would say, to another waypoint I had. This is actually Johnny 5 and my winter waypoint when we came out in December. We came near it, fish were stacked on it. Like, again, there's like 20 some fish. I'll show you a screenshot here. And yeah, that's a nice one. No wonder it's putting it to me. It's a better fish. It's a good fight, definitely. Wow. Bingo, there it is, fat and short. 70. Oh yeah, let's get a picture. 70 centimeter, right there. Nice, beautiful lake trout. And straight down she goes. Awesome. All right, let's just do another straight drop, see what we can find. Oh, there's two boats coming this way. That one hit on the chase, so it was down to the bottom, some fish followed it, and then run up and came through. This is a weird spot I just fell in. There's no fish near me. They're all to the left or the right, but a couple pops and oh, there's one around me now. Two. So they're right in the sand. There we go. Picked them up. Fish on. That took about 40 seconds to get that second one to bite from when I looked at the camera on the drop. So you'll see here I'm kind of helping the line on the drag sometimes. I keep a pretty tight drag, so sometimes I'll just pull it out when the fish is pulling, just to help it. We're at 40 feet. Our depth is 70 now. The fish is working its way up. It's burping away, which is good. You can see all the bubbles on the sonar. There's my knot, so I got 10 more feet to go. And there's our fish. Littler one this time. Skinnier, but about the same length almost. Boom, right there, just a little one. Off it goes. So again, changing it up to this smaller hook so far has paid off. So we'll just keep, there's no point in changing it out. Just keep using it. So we'll get back down there and get some more. All right, dropping through them. Have one slowly coming down with me. Not too committed, so I'm not going to play it. Just hit the bottom. There's some in the area, so I just, it's like broken record, you know, pound, 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 and then reel. And we got a follower. Got it. Oh, had him. 50 feet he smoked me. So I just go back down and do it all over again. Got one real high up at 20 feet. But that one just came down for me nice. Right on the bottom. Got him. Right off the sand. Awesome. Oh, there's some minnows right here. Way out in the middle of the lake, there's a little school of minnows 3 feet below the water. Wow. It feels good again. Hopefully we got into a school of some bigger ones. Either way, it's a school of fun ones. "20 feet. Oh, wow. The minnows are all right here. Wow, should watch what I'm doing. Yeah, just under 70. Another good one there. So for being kind of slow, I'm up to 7 fish. So hard to argue with 7 fish in the boat in a couple hours. There's not a lot on the bottom now. They're all 10, 20 feet off. Oh, here comes one slithering across. It's the one we'll try and target. Got its attention. Got it to bite. Perfect. So with the live sight or the active target, you can actually see the separation of the fish. Therefore, I know where on the screen my hook is. If it's, 10 feet to the left or 10 feet to the right, and you can watch those fish swim in from the sides, and you know when they get near that number, they're near you, versus the traditional 2D where you're on the bottom, it's on the bottom. That's all you really know. You don't know the location specific, which this is definitely a nice feature to have, and it technically caught this fish, so it's another good shoulders fish. Just putting the fight on nicely. It's even got the attention of the other fish. They're over looking at what it's doing, why it's doing what it's doing. So if you can see a boat behind me, they're in about 40 feet of water right now, downrigging, which isn't a bad thing. This time of year, you never know. They are shallow. We've been catching them in that 30-40 foot mark this week. So you can't go wrong. Midsummer, I wouldn't want to be up there. Right now we're just early July, so it's just the start of that thermocline layer. There we go. Short but stacked. But probably still a 8-9 year old fish. There you go. Perfect. And straight down it goes. 10, 20, 30 feet already. It's crazy how quick they are. I sat down for a quick sandwich and some more fish came in. So I haven't moved still. But we got some chaser here. Oh, that was a hit. That was a hit. There we go. So same spot, post sandwich, and we'll just reel this one up. Doesn't feel so big, but I just like catching these things. It didn't take long to get up. In the bottom of the mouth. Ah. Now he's got the energy. Because it wasn't a very long fight. So I'll just pop that out and let him go. Short and simple. Okay. Get on to another one. Let's see what one more drop does. Don't be afraid to leave fish to find fish on days when they're not biting. All right, we're right in front of a fish. We're on the bottom. It's dropping to get to us. They are kind of up the bank, so I might just pump back 10 feet. Let's try that. I'll just move back. See if that does anything. Yep. Well, I had a hit out of it. Because the live site is showing the slope, so I know the slope is this way behind the boat. So if they're all behind me, there's no point in sitting out here. Get back on them so we can try to get into them. So on our drop, we drop right into the fish now. Simple move, not very far. Got a chaser, stopped. I'm gonna check my bait though after that last hit. No, still good. This is perfect. I'm dropping right into them now. The hook is still going out on the same angle, but it's dropping onto the fish. Oh, here's one coming up hot, so let's get away from it. And miss. He's still coming. At least get a couple shots at him once in a while. It's fun. I try not to get too excited on these and give it a big hook set. Sometimes I'll just reel into them as a hook set instead, just so you don't pull the hook 5, 6, 7 feet away from them. Because if you do miss, they will a lot of times come back for more. But it's hard to not just set the hook too. At the same time, we're all so accustomed to it, and it is fishing of all things. Maybe next time I'll do a jig and spoon video. You guys want that? Just, you know, take some Len Thompsons and Northern Kings, and instead of trolling them, do some jigging with them and see how we can do. See if they produce. I'm pretty sure they will. It's a harder fish because they spread out so much below the boat, but if I'm alone, it won't be a problem. I won't be able to tangle into anybody, so maybe that's what I'll do on the next video. Drop a comment if that's what you guys want to see, or drop a comment on what you want to see, what kind of laker fishing you want out here. If you want me to put together a how-to downrigging video, how and why, jigging, different types of jigs, let me know. Let me know in the comments what you guys want. You can go over to my Instagram as well, Bulat_outdoors. You can go post on there, ask questions on there too, or send me a private message through that, whatever you guys need to. But you can always get a hold of me. I like to answer all your comments. So if you do post a comment, I try my hardest to get back to them as quick as I can, so you guys can get your answers if you got the questions. Those of you that are subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it lots. It's we're getting up there. We're closing in on 600 subscribers, which is pretty sweet. I'd love to see more. So get your friends and family on there, and hopefully you can have them watching it and make them happy. And like anything you guys want, let me know. I'm out here in Cold Lake all summer, so lots of opportunity to post and make videos. So I think I'm gonna call her a wrap on that though. You know, I might try some different spots today, but for now we'll call her quits. And nice little day on sitting on this spot here. We're at 9 fish, so hard to complain about that. 9 fish in a few hours, middle of summer or early summer, middle afternoon. And we'll see if we can get out here early one day if the weather allows for it, and do an early morning, a late night, all that kind of fun stuff. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video.